studio.
All right. Good luck to you, Nick. Talk to you soon.
See you soon.
There goes Nick Warnberger. And I just want to remind anybody out there in Radio Land that you listen to Sports Talk. Chris Muldoon, Cameron Borgora, Nick Tukowski. Mark Tukowski.
Yeah,
sorry.
Mark Tukowski.
We just heard from, that is Mark Tukowski. We just heard from Nick Warnberger and Tristan Hamilton's on assignment. I want to tell our listeners out there that you can win I have a whole bunch of these giveaways, so it doesn't just have to be one person win. You can have multiple winners. Win two POP, pay one price, ride bracelets for the Levittown Carnival presented by Dreamland Amusements coming May 24th through the 28th to Hempstead Turnpike in Levittown, right behind the Tri-County Flea Market. More information about the Levittown Carnival can be found online at dreamlandamusements.com. So these are two if you have two kids or a son, a child, a daughter, and a friend or whatever, these will be nice. The 24th, 28th, be nice, cheapo, take them around, let them go ride the rides for free. These are at least $20 per ticket. Because I go to these carnivals and I know what they're like. So it's the Levittown Carnival. It's going to be May 24th through 28th, right behind Tri-County Flea Market in Levittown. So call 516-572-7440. I will answer off air. You don't have to get on board. You don't have to be on air, but 516-572-7440 if you want many of those pop bracelets. All right? I'm going to answer the phone off the air. You guys talk.
Yeah, so I was wanting to know, Cameron, you wouldn't know.
Oh, what?
I was trying to figure out, Tri-County. How are you? You want to talk again? Remember, did you ever go to Tri-County as a kid?
You mean the
flea market?
Yeah,
where they're going to take place. Now, do they still have the trading cards there? The Heaven?
I don't know.
There was a guy there who was known for that. Yeah,
he used to go upstairs all the time.
Right. Yeah, he was known for that.
Pokemon
I think
Yu-Gi-Oh.
he's still there. Yeah.
And MLB Showdown.
Right. We have Dave from Franklin Square on the line with us right now. Hi, Dave.
Hello, guys.
How about the fact that Robinson Cano's best friends on the Yankees? Do you know who the two were?
Yes, I know. It was A-Rod and Melky.
Yeah.
Literally, his two best friends on the team were A-Rod.
Birds of a feather.
Yes.
Flock together.
Andrew Pettit. So
that's always the great thing about GMs going, I don't want to say anything, but that's why we didn't re-sign him.
No, that's not.
What do you know?
We're allowed to be suspicious. It's like, please. They're not. It's funny how no Yankee ever got suspended for PEDs until the one whose contract was a lot of money and the Yankees needed a little break on it. That guy, that was fine. But Andy Pettit never served suspension, right? No, nothing.
No,
nothing.
Well, again, that's water under the bridge, Chris.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Roger?
Needles under the bridge.
What about Roger?
Roger didn't serve anything, right? Roger was afterwards. Right? There was a trial and all that kind of stuff, right?
He just went to the box.
Yeah. But that now, oh my God, that now solidifies, and second base, no one, like Jeff Kent should be in, they don't let second baseman in that often. Robinson Cano's Hall of Fame chances, until they're voters your age, guys who really don't care about the PED stuff.
I do. I'm like the ultra conservative
old guy. Get off my lawn guy. But until such time, that solidifies Cano's not going to get in the Hall of Fame either. And that's a guy who's, I think he's only 400 hits away from 3,000. So he was going to get 3,000 hits, and from the second base position.
Didn't he start a lot later though than
and here's the thing: he was not a prospect. He was a guy who was offered to the Rangers in the A-Rod deal. The Yankees gave a bunch of choices, and the Rangers said, "No, we'll take Arias over him, Joaquin Arias or somebody over Cano." Yeah. And then there was another deal, and I apologize because it was another huge deal that was going to go down. It didn't go down where the Yankees were take Cano, and the team passed on it as well.
For years, the Yankees had a weak second baseman. They had Tony Womack. Did they have Jose Vizcaíno at one point, or Miguel Cairo, something like that?
And to think that Cano could have been in the A-Rod deal, which would really made it an incredible deal for the Rangers if they had gotten Cano in that deal, because that would have been another really cheap.
Now, just a quick thing as far as Mark, I couldn't agree with you more as far as gambling, but when the Commissioner of Silver said that he wanted $1, he wanted $1 off every 100 bet. He wanted 1% basically. Don't you realize that in gambling you only have a 5 cent thing? They tried to trade
him for Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson, right.
To the D-backs.
Yeah, Randy Johnson to the D-backs, and the D-backs no, we don't want him. And so the Randy Jackson wound up going,
Well, Kyle Clover once got traded for a fax machine.
Oh, they also tried to showcase him to the Royals for Carlos Beltran.
Yeah, for Carlos Beltran. It's like all these guys that no one bid on Robinson Cano for all those years.
Funny, both would become Yankees later.
And yet somehow, Randy and Beltran, and yet somehow Cano wound up putting up a Hall of Fame career thereafter. So it's kind of funny that, it's a diuretic. I didn't use it for performance. It's a masking agent. You do to try to pee out all of the stuff. And the other thing is that they all use this one guy down there, this one Dominican trainer who was the Dominican team 2006 baseball, the World Series, whatever. WBC. He was a trainer. So it's kind of funny that because they all know him. Reyes knows him. A-Rod knows him. They all know
Manny
him.
Ramirez.
Well, look at that. Manny Ramirez.
Estrogen pills.
Manny Ramirez. Yeah. Manny Ramirez. Roger Clemens. Now Robert Cano. Just name guys who will never be in the Hall of Fame. Meanwhile, guys like Nelson Cruz have resurrected their careers after suspensions. Ryan Braun resurrected his career. Ryan Braun was another guy. Ryan Braun, he did fail a test, but then they got to not fail a test, right? But he was at Biogenesis reports, records, just like A-Rod, right? So
when are they going to start blood tests instead of just...
They can't.
No.
Why not?
Because no union would allow that. No players.
Chris, haven't I been railing about this for like 10 years?
Well, I said...
that the horse people are a step ahead of everybody.
Right. Well, the criminal element is always ahead of, you're going to... I'm just shocked that a guy with Cano's money is doing stupid stuff. Because if you have that kind of money, you should get the best stuff out there.
What about a trade-off, though? If they blood test, what could MLB give back in return? More revenue?
But what are you turning it into now?
Also, what do owners... These guys... Technically, theoretically, are supposed to be playing better because you're doing PEDs. So you're getting a better product and you're making more money anyway as an owner. So you don't care. You turn a blind eye.
I want to see natural. Of
course you do, but you turn a blind eye. Now, speaking of 1998, besides the Yankees being an insurmountable force that year, that was Sosa, that was McGuire.
Yes.
That was the thing. That was incredible.
Sosa's another one won the P. Was he on the PED?
He'll never get in the Hall either.
These guys don't care about the Hall.
No.
I mean, when you're shoving that much money into your bank account, who cares?
Yep.
And look at Sammy, living large, looking yellow.
Yeah.
Wherever he is.
Yellow.
But again, the point with Adam Silva is when gambling first came out, he says, "I want 1%," and everybody said, "Ha ha ha." In gambling, 95% of the money is basically a push.
Yep.
It's 5%. It's that extra.
The margin's the 5%. Yeah.
Right. So he was pushing for 20% of it.
That's the spread. That's what just to use Wall Street parlance. When they used to be an eighth, the teenies, which is 16th, the spread they had what they call specialists. You had the bid and the ask. There were 8 cents in between an eighth and a quarter.
Right.
So you'd make money on your spread. When they went to decimals, cents, you're not making half cents. You're not making. There's such a small spread. Oh. So that's why in gambling you can take 1% off the top and give it to the NBA. Now you're all fighting for that, and that's how it's still very lucrative. That's why casinos, the house always wins, right? They stay in money.
Right.
But wow.
Yeah. That's another thing. If betting's such a popular thing, how come no one's ever really made real money off betting? It's like
psychics aren't real until they. If a psychic was real, you would see lottery won by psychic, right?
Yeah.
So it's like
cold questioning is great, right?
You don't see casinos going out of business, well, unless they're run by one guy. But
I like the TV shows that mock that stuff. Like they have like I think it was one show, the Dalai Lama goes to the casino and
really?
And they asked him not to come back. I think it was Law and Order. I think that was the show.
Oh, that's funny.
And it's amazing. And this is the first time you guys are going to hear this. As far as gambling, do you realize how they laid the seeds years ago with fantasy?
Yep.
Now you've got a whole bunch of young people.
That was the toes in the water, right?
They are. I mean, they are fish. That's all they are. And all of a sudden, they know more about foot. They don't care about weather. They don't care about anything. They don't care. These young people. I mean, forget about your student loans. You're going to see a lot of your buddies out there with their hand out because they cannot make the payment.
When they wanted to put casinos at Nassau Coliseum, that's when Hofstra's like, look, you're across from a college. We cannot have a casino across from a college.
2 colleges.
They don't realize. Yeah, they don't realize that people, they'll sell their soul for gambling, especially every college-age sports nut thinks they know something, thinks they have a system.
They do, though. That's
What-
the whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And what happens
Yeah,
to
exactly. As a father of a teenager, I can tell you that.
well, and the casino may look nice, but what happens to the communities around the
Oh,
casino?
it's terrible. Atlantic City, and it's just terrible.
What happens? Las Vegas is the exception to the
It
rule, right?
ruins life, and then you get you get the people sticking around your neighborhood because they've lost everything. They got nowhere else to go. They become homeless, and they're it's,
And as far as Mr. Ornberger, his two initials mean it all with gambling. No. No. But and you've heard me say this before. The bodegas and the grocerias are giving these poor people 60 cents on the
Right.
WIC checks,
Yep.
60 cents on the dollar for money that's intended for their kids.
Yep.
For the kids. This is why the kids are standing in food lines.
look at the
at
scratch
churches.
offs. It's just people
I mean, can you
go
imagine
crazy
taking
on
one
scratch
meal away
offs.
from your kids? And these people with their idiotic eye. And again, I gamble all the time. And like I said, but I do it at $2. I do it for the play. After I hang up, I'm going to be playing online poker in a little while.
Well, yeah. The story is that if you have the money to lose, that's one thing. It's still part of the problem. But if you can afford to lose it, that's better than.
Which is important. That's why you put the.
That's why you have if it's a luxury.
No, you put the casinos upstate New York and Rochester where there's no money.
Yeah.
So
The Rust Belt.
these poor sailors, grab their paycheck and they go out there and, they lose it and they got to go home, humble.
Yeah.
Money is money. I mean, if you haven't got it, you can't feed the darn kids.
And and you're chasing the dragon because you're chasing. All it takes is $1 in a dream, whatever. It's like no. Invent Amazon. That's how you make your money. That's legendarily wealthy. That's not hitting the lottery. How many? There's a double-digit percentage of lottery winners who became bankrupt.
Right.
Because they look at football players. Just look at athletes. It happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. I was listening to a very good show today. It's amazing the amount of businesses that are leaving California because of the tax system.
Right.
And I have a buddy in Reno. He goes, they're all coming to Nevada.
So
It's like Connecticut. The same thing.
Jerry Brown made a point of saying today that California is the 5th largest economy in the world. He made a point of saying,
and shrinking.
Yeah, and not to mention the fact you have a homeless population that you're paying between $13 and $15 million a day.
Who takes credit cards? Yeah. They take credit
it's
cards.
amazing. And Chris, please don't blame the CSEA and the unions.
Okay, Jerry.
We work for you.
No. These are politicians that have nobody to on the phone banks. Then all of a sudden, our guys come in and say, "Hey, we'll do the phone for you."
Right.
And these guys cut deals with us. I mean, wouldn't you do the same thing if I hate to say it, you're swooping in like a vulture, but and these politicians will do it for no reason, because they want to get elected.
Well, it started with Mayor Lindsay actually back in '68 with the whole son. All right, we'll talk to you soon, Dave.
Get that snowstorm.
Who's your pick for Saturday?
Quip, the one horse.
You got it. There's Dave from Claire. Cameron.
All right, Yankees, let's go into Kansas City and get us a sweep.
Mark.
I say rest in peace to my great Aunt Lily. We laid her to rest earlier in the week.
Sorry to hear that.
And then good luck to my sister this weekend on your graduation.
That's right. And rest in peace to Joe Campanella. I'll tell a story about that character actor later on next week. Don't forget my last Saturday, 9 o'clock, Piano Man this Saturday. I'm Chris Muldoon. Tune in, 9 a.m., 90.3. For Nick Ornberger, for Tris Hamilton, I'm Chris Muldoon. Bye, buddy. We'll see you in the hours. Stay tuned for Riley right here with FM Punk. Bye, buddy. See you in the hours. Thanks for lending us your ears.